Hi, and welcome to a new Plugin Guru video. My name is John Skippy Limcool. Welcome. Hey, so the NAMM show is going on, and we're just about, if not already, now doing our Buchla and Friends event in Los Angeles. This is a video I'm recording ahead of time because at the time of the show, we're going to be releasing a free update to UniFi. This is going to be taking UniFi to version 2.01.2. Check this out. So I've got cello, violin, and viola. And there's updates to NoteMate. It now has a little logo over here for the name, so that looks nice. And on top of that, as you see here, there's now a look-ahead zones and the look-ahead timing that you can set. And what that does is that allows it to be, so I can play the cello. The cello is staying where it's supposed to be. So now it really is impressive because the version before this, you'd play chords and the cello would jump to the third of the note or the fifth of the note and then back to the first. It wouldn't stay in the right place. But this look ahead timing, I don't even understand how it works, but it does timing where it keeps track of how you're playing it and will differentiate what notes go to what MIDI channels. So I can have the cello go anywhere across the keyboard, and then have the cello, violin, and then the viola. It's just incredible. It's so fun to play. And this version, I'm using my little sequential form keyboard controller. It's got polyphonic aftertouch. So all three of them are very sensitive. Very, very fun. So we've added that ability. That's pretty significant, right? Well, there's more. A lot more. I can't believe I get to show you all this stuff. So another thing we did is the amazing layer switch ability that before was set up so that it would work up to 10 tabs across the top. Well, we heard you guys ask for more because a lot of you do live shows and live church settings where you need more than 10 tabs. And now you can do up to 16. Right now I only have 10, but I have it so that I can use a switcher here to switch between them. And what this does is I now have set it up so it's got, this is the full version. The last live stream last week, I gave you a beta version that went in the user. This is in the full standard library. It's called the amazing 16 layer selector because there's now 16 layers. And so I can be playing. And if I want, I could just reach over here and turn on parts, like turn on electric piano and turn on a pad. I can also use my selector to just move. Where's it at? I even have one here. Let me see if we can find it. Move my selectors. There it is. Where's one of the bass? Watch. It changes to a split. I am only using 2 zones, and we have 3 zones. You could actually have bass, chords, and at the top have a lead sound. And with the transpose ability, I could transpose this bass to anywhere on the keyboard I want it to go. Super cool power that you have. If I right click and then move a controller, and then move right click. Let's get to the synth and strings. Let's go to the split. So we have the capability of seamlessly switch patches. Again, it's sustaining. I can go somewhere else. Back to the acoustic piano by itself, which is right here. And I set this up and made the pad at the beginning, and it remembered it. So here's just the piano by itself. So you can change your settings and change tabs. And I only have 10 of the 16 being used here. A future update, we're talking about making the tabs go down the sides so it will be easier to read the text if you have 16 layers and you use big names and stuff. But we got it working with 16 tabs. It's just a little cramped if you have all 16 working. Also notice that you can use a selector, and this is all set up. So if I go over here and call up NoteMate, let's have it sit right here and have this, let's say over here so that you can see the knobs. If I move this, it's changing with my selector over here. So that way I can automate it into my sequencer. Change this to something else. Got the organ playing. You can even have a drum track going, so you can just the piano. So that much desired ability is now in Unify, and it's cross-platform. Patches you save here, send to your PC brothers and sisters. Use the VST3 version of the plugin, and everybody on both Mac and PC can play the same patches. So, yay! How's that for another big thing that we've added? One more thing to show you. A lot of you have asked for this. No longer do you see, if you want, the menu at the top of the interface. We now have an option on settings right here to show the menu bar. You can turn this on and off. If it's on, then when you open some plugins, it changes the interface a little bit, squishes it down to make room for this little bit of extra text. I like this because I can save templates and load templates for plugins and so forth. If you don't want that, we've had enough people ask us to remove it, so we decided to remove it. So you can turn this box right here, and now that will not show the menu bar, so when you open up plugins, there's no longer a menu bar at the top. There's a few other fixes for like LFO resetting and blah, 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 that stuff. So to summarize this update, this is a big update, isn't it? I'm really excited. So we got all this stuff with NoteMate. So if you go down to NoteMate, there's the ability now to have it so that you can play orchestral things. We have just examples here that are smaller, like the classical trio. There's cello. And because of this wonderful look ahead, and you can choose which of the 3 zones it's looking at for this ability, you have 3 zones to play with. So it's crazy cool capabilities. We also have all the tabs. You can add up to 16 tabs. I keep clicking this all the way to 16. You can have 16 tabs that are different presets, where each one of these could have a completely different setup from the others. So if I delete all these from here to there, you see they're all different, right? So it's 16 patches calling up all sorts of layers that you set up. It makes live use and live stage for performances and so forth. Super powerful. And then the menu bar being able to be removed from the top. Good update. Really fun. Free update. Just go to plugingroovy.com, log in. It'll be there for you to download. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. If you don't own Unify, remember, everything else is just a plugin. Unify 2 is a universe. It's a whole place to play with all your plugins. So enjoy.